And welcome back to part 2 of the Hangar walkthrough with Merajito 20k, your host. So right here we see the Drake Cutlass in all its glory. This is actually pretty clever, I gotta say. It did say that we were going to have the Drake Cutlass as a ship in the hangar, but there were suspicions that the actual Cutlass itself wasn't going to be ready in time. And instead of just giving those who had the hangar and only the Cutlass nothing, they actually decided to put this in, so you kind of get an idea of what the Cutlass itself will look like. Now here we have the Aurora LX. I was able to get the upgraded copy when they did the upgrade for the same price for veteran backers. So as you can see, it's got a red color scheme, white backlay, and whatever that black thing is in the back, I believe that is actually a glitch of some sort. I don't think it's actually supposed to be on the ship, but for whatever reason it's there. Unless it's somehow a weapon system, I honestly have no real idea. As you can see, it's very sleek. There's function in every bit of this. This is again the Aurora, the baseline model, the starting ship as they would call it. Apparently you can only open up the doors on the left side, so here it goes. Now the inside of the ship, although small, is still pretty ship. Of course, we have the sleeping quarters. As of right now, there is no actual way to close the docking door once you're inside, and I guess that's okay. They'll implement it later on, as we all know. Very much still a work in progress, just a little reminder. Got little warning signs everywhere. And then it's kind of funny how the character has to actually squeeze around the chair, since it doesn't actually move, unlike the 350R would. And of course you got a little bit of a graphical glitch there with the controllers coming up, but right now they have mirrored displays. I imagine later on you'll probably be able to set the displays to be any number of things to monitor various systems on your ship. And honestly, it's got a lot of great view of the outside, while as you can see they still kept in mind the structural integrity of the ship is very important. So just going to close these down and get on out. Again, you got to squeeze around the chair since it doesn't move itself. And yeah, it's just a pretty ship. Very basic, but at the same time, every single bit of it is functional, which I'm glad they really took the time to actually put that into everything. Of course, the beautiful constellation that was in part 1 of the hangar walkthrough, and later on I'll kind of get a more in-depth look once they release the Voyager Direct credit system and the actual full-on modifications of the weapons, which will actually display in this open hangar area that you saw to the left. Now this, we have the Origin JumpWorks 315P. This is their Explorer model, pre-outfitted, just to be your basic combat and exploration vessel. Now, it's built the exact same way as the 350, except for it uses a different engine type. As we go to the back, you'll see there is no secondary thruster, so it's not going to have the same top speed. It's probably going to be still as maneuverable, but it just doesn't have that raw speed and performance factor that the 350R had. Now, as you can see, it still has the same amount of room as all the other Origin 300 series, and essentially the same cockpit. They haven't actually messed with anything as far as that goes. Still tons of gauges, all of them are going to be working. And I also like how they don't only use digital gauges, but they also decided to go with some of these being needle gauges. So it kind of goes back to the old flight days of this is supposed to be the fictional year of the late 2000s century. So, no, 21st century, my bad. So it'd be like 29... I can't remember exactly. It was like 2940 something. They have it in one of their commercials on their main site. But yeah, I mean, I can't wait to see all these gauges light up, show everything that the ship has to offer in real time as you're dogfighting later this year. That's supposed to be coming around in December. And luckily on this model, we were actually able to get up on the top. Again, there's more warning labels showing, don't remove this panel because it's bad. Don't do that. And yeah, it's just great to see their color schemes that they picked out. One thing you will notice is the actual engine between the 315 and the 325A that we have here, their fighter model, is actually different. And this one's pre-outfitted with those missile racks that you see there. Those are the larger style instead of the swarmer style that the first few ships that you've seen had. It also has an extremely powerful frontal cannon. So I guess it's sort of designed in a way to be kind of like the A-10 with the very strong attack weapon on the center line of the ship. Again, since the cockpit is the exact same as the 315P and the 350R, I didn't really take time to take a look at it. But yeah, for this one, for whatever reason, I guess the top canopy, you can clip through it, and so I wasn't able to get on top of it like I had planned. But there's that really powerful frontal center line nose cannon. And here you could see this is supposed to be the area where they're going to have all the weapons that you're going to be able to buy and upgrade the ships with, and probably the actual console that you're going to be able to bring up to actually modify your ships here. It's supposed to be coming in a patch later today, opening up with the Voyager Direct console within Robert Spates Industries main site itself. And that'll allow you to eventually get the buggy in order to help drive yourself around some of the people that may have upwards of 20 ships already. I know that'll be very useful for them, but they also included this upper walkway area, so you're able to kind of get the top sections of your ship and kind of see anything that you weren't able to see. Unfortunately, because of the way this hangar is designed, I'm not able to actually see the top parts of the ships underneath this main walkway, but it kind of allows you to see the upper design that you weren't really able to see on the ground from these larger ships.